This is the third and final video for Chapter 9's information. And what we're going to start with is having a new product development being a total company effort. The primary outcome is new product success, because new product success means additional revenue and additional profits for the company. But this requires marketing managers to carefully develop a complete marketing plan, which is what you are going to be doing in conclusion for this particular class. The careful analysis that goes into a marketing plan also assures that new products actually deliver superior customer value, which is a key, an absolute key to success in any industry. And products need to be based off of an effective design. If the design is poor, the product's going to be poor and the customers are not going to be happy with that. Managing new product development does require a company-wide effort with clear authority and coordination of activities. So you got to know who's in charge and who is responsible for what. Top-level management, top-level support is absolutely critical and vital. The commitment must be real, not just saying that they are on board, but actually supporting everybody. Because firms that have a culture of innovation also develop more efficient new product development processes, like Google. Google is a firm that fosters a culture of innovation, and they are constantly coming out with creative and effective new product development processes. Somebody must be put in charge of a new product development. They have to have a clear line of authority to get things done across multiple departments. Cross-functional teams is where firms have to coordinate research and development, their R&D, with production, finance, marketing, accounting, and all the different areas to meet the customer needs. Timeliness is key, because they need to get products to the market either before consumers' needs change or actually ahead of any competition's new products that are coming out as well. Market research, also listening to customers, finding out what they want, trying to anticipate what they want or need as well, can help assure that the firm is going to have a clear understanding of what their customer needs are. They need to have that clear understanding. All right, a quick checking your knowledge. Which of the following statements about new product development are true? Which statements are true? Let's see, the process should be informal to encourage innovation. Well, it should not be informal. It should actually be very structured, so A is not it. The greatest number of product ideas is in the idea evaluation stage. That's not correct as well. C, the best criteria for evaluating new product ideas in the early stages is return on investment. The early stages return on investment is only a really rough estimate, so other criteria are critical, so that one's not necessarily true. The process should have top management support. That is correct. So letter D is what you want. All right, need for product managers. When an organization does develop a lot of different categories for their products, management has to decide who's going to be in charge of each of these categories or each of these brands to make sure that the right amount of attention is paid to these particular products. So what they come up with are what's called product managers or brand managers. It's the same thing, two terms, but same thing. And what their responsibility is to manage specific products. Right? They have their number one responsibility usually deals with promoting the brand, all right, but they are responsible for specific products. Product managers are common in large companies that produce many kinds of products. If you think about Nike, if you think about Under Armour, a lot of companies that have multiple product lines are going to have multiple different product managers or brand managers as well. And to avoid a problem that sometimes occurs when a product manager has to coordinate multiple activities at once, some companies use their product managers as these product champions, and they are mainly concerned with just implementing promotional efforts. Try to minimize all this stuff and just having them focus on the promotional efforts. Managing product quality. You need to know TQM, Total Quality Management. And at its core, the main purpose of TQM is just to meet customer requirements. Whatever the customer requires the product to do, you need to be able to do that. Production companies have been concerned about reducing defects in their products for a long period of time. A defect is just something that means a dissatisfied customer may go somewhere else. There's something about the product, physically, structurally, aesthetically, whatever, that means that a dissatisfied customer will go someplace else because of that. And the cost of poor quality often is that of lost customers. If the quality is not good, they don't want to keep using a product that they don't feel is going to last or do what they want it to do. Building quality into services. Service improvements are somewhat more difficult to implement than improvements on physical goods, because the physical goods are tangible, they're right there, it's easy to see and do. One reason is that the person who is actually doing or providing the service, you cannot separate them from the service itself. So there may be somebody who is providing a service, a technician of some sort. How about a doctor, a physician who knows what they're doing and cures a lot of people, but their bedside manner is horrible. They don't know how to speak to people, they're rude, they're harsh and rash. You can't separate the two, and they are in essence a face for your company. Okay, you got to make sure that you train people and empower them to serve to the best of their abilities. And empowerment is just giving employees the authority to correct a problem without having to constantly check with upper level management to get their approval for every little thing. You give them the empowerment so that they can make the changes that are necessary. Other issues with quality implementation efforts. Managers have to lead the effort through their actions, being involved with it. You have to make sure that top-level management is supportive as well, and they're not just hands-off. They need to actually be hands-on and supportive and involved in what is going on. Firms that are successful clearly specify jobs, and they will continually measure performance. So if people are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, they're going to have to make sure that they make adjustments and changes as necessary. Lastly, getting a return on quality is very important. Managers have to take care to deal with the most critical customer satisfaction issues in order to control costs. So you want to find out what areas the customers are not satisfied and what areas the customers are satisfied with your products, your goods, or your services, and make sure that you take control those areas as necessary. Make changes or continue to push the areas where they're doing extremely well. And this brings us to the end of Chapter 9.